joining us is Lieutenant Paul Vance of the Connecticut State Police. And in our New York studio, CBS This Morning senior correspondent John Miller, a former assistant director at the FBI. Good morning. Lieutenant Vance, let me begin with you. First of all, what is the latest on the investigation at this point, and can you give us some idea of what's going on in the school right now?
The investigation has been going continuous all night long. Our objective certainly was to positively identify all the victims, to try and give the families some closure and make it a little bit more easier for them if there's a way to do that. Our detectives worked well through the night. By early this morning, we're able to positively identify all the victims and make formal notification to all of the families of the victims.
Lieutenant Vance, when will the victims' bodies be removed from the school?
That has been accomplished. That was done overnight. We worked very closely with the medical examiner who was on the scene to expedite the process, and we were able to accomplish that. Now state police detectives are continuing the investigation within the building and on the exterior of the building, and will continue to do so until they've completed their work.
Paul, it's John Miller in New York, if you can hear me. First of all, I want to say you have done a remarkable job over the past 24 hours, and I take my hat off to you for that, getting the information out and getting it right. But I wanted to ask, yesterday when this happened, the Connecticut State Police, which had an immediate action, rapid deployment scenario for school shootings, I think you updated it after the Bestland school massacre and practiced that with the local jurisdictions. The synapses seem to fire very fast. You called up all available troopers and then all off-duty troopers. How soon into this incident did you have an idea of how big and how bad it was?
No, anything hot.
When our teams arrived, they immediately formulated what we call active shooter teams and entered the school immediately. We have a dual objective. The dual objective is, number one, to eradicate or stop the killing or stop the shooting. And the second, certainly, and most important, is to find and rescue as many people as possible. Our teams did that. They were very successful and very heroic, rescuing groups at a time, getting them out of harm's way to a safe location, and going back in and continuing that process. Unfortunately, they came to the heartbreak and the devastation that they encountered in two of those classrooms.
Paul, just to follow up, the other question that I learned after the Amish school massacre in Pennsylvania was the mandatory counseling they put in for everybody who responded to the scene because of the effect it was going to have on the responders. What are your plans in the state police?
We've done that already. We have grief counselors. Certainly, we provided grief counselors to the families, but we also understand the fact that the first responders, the troopers, the fire service, and the EMS people that responded to that scene also needed to vent, to talk, and to have support. This was a devastating, heartbreaking, tragic scene. I've been a trooper longer than I want to admit, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, it was absolutely horrific.
Lieutenant Vance, we've been hearing a number of different stories about the mom, Adam Lanza's mom's relationship to the school. What can you tell us about that?
We haven't discussed that publicly as of yet. There are some issues out there relative to a possible connection, but that's part and parcel of our investigation. We have investigators that really will peel back the onion on every facet of this case, and by that I mean leave no stone unturned as to any connection, any motive, any issues, or any things that may in fact have impacted and caused this to occur.
Lieutenant Paul Vance and John Miller in New York, thank you.